A few months ago, I did a review on a set of custom thumb rings. Since the date of that review, the company, which hereafter I will refer to simply as CTR, has come out with an updated Ottoman design and the option to have their rings produced in solid metal. Curious, I purchased their new offering in stainless steel, and this video is an evaluation of that ring. In the interest of transparency, it should be said that I did receive a discount in return for this review. The company's previous Ottoman ring was actually a bit closer to the pointed designs from the Eastern Roman Empire. This new one is generally similar to several examples from the Grayson collection, and nearly identical in profile to the ring illustrated in Ralph Payne Galway's brief essay on the topic of Turkish archery. It also has a strong resemblance to this ring in a Serbian museum, reflecting the strong influence that the Ottoman Empire had on Eastern Europe. However, it should be said that it is difficult to narrow down any one design as being truly representative or even unique to the Ottoman Empire. Antique Turkish rings show a lot of heterogeneity. Some are almost Manchu in character, appearing downright cylindrical. Many, including the style to which the CTR ring belongs, are similar to rings found all over Western Asia since late antiquity, in a variety of archaeological contexts. Many Turkish rings seem to feature a thin leather insert known by the Turkish word kulak. This appears to increase comfort by preventing any direct contact of the string with the skin. It also seems to soak up sweat and prevent the ring from migrating up and down on the thumb. But it isn't strictly necessary for functionality. The kulak is not offered with the CTR Ottoman ring, but if you're so inclined to use one, it's easy enough to make one out of scrap leather. It is something that has to be replaceable by the end user anyways. This may slightly change the fit of the ring, although not much if you're careful. My thumb tends to swell a bit, and I intended to eventually use my Ottoman ring with a kulak, so I ordered my ring matched to the larger ring from my triple set. With the kulak installed, I found shooting with the custom Ottoman-style ring to be extremely pleasant and natural once I got the hang of the required technique. This design differs from many commonly available rings, which are essentially just a barrier between string and flesh, a solid finger tab for the thumb. Instead, the Ottoman ring acts more like the sear in a trigger mechanism. The string is supported on the ring's thin ledge, and upon release it is unleashed much more sharply and abruptly. As such, keeping the string balanced on the ledge takes a little practice, but it's easy once you get the hang of it. On original examples of Ottoman rings, the size of the ledge seems to vary. CTR's is on the larger end, which, at least in my experience, makes using the ring quite a bit easier and more comfortable. Perhaps one small improvement from their previous rings is that the inside of the tongue is less of a narrow trough and more of a wide bowl. What I mean by this is, the Lip Standard model has a tongue that is slightly thicker near the edges. On the other hand, the tongue on the Ottoman model tapers much more finely towards the edges. As such, the new ring fits the contour of the thumb pad much more accurately and evenly. This isn't really a functional feature, especially since the design puts most of the pressure on the thumb joint instead of on the thumb pad, but subjectively, it does feel a bit more comfortable and natural. I ordered the new Ottoman ring in stainless steel. I strongly suspect the process used to create the solid metal rings is an additive manufacturing process known as binder jetting, where stainless steel powder and glue are 3D printed to form a partially hollow mold of the part. Then the air and glue are replaced with molten bronze to form a solid metal piece. I suspect that the durability issues experienced by some people with the polymer-based rings will be a non-issue with the new process. But a big downside is that a lot of people may not care for the visible print lines or the slightly rough and pitted surfaces. Initially, my ring was black, but as the oxide finish wore off, my ring took on a rather mottled appearance, appearing much more like a bronze ring than a steel ring. Personally, however, I don't mind it. The functionality and comfort are far more important to me than the way it looks. Cost-wise, as of the date of this review, CTR's steel rings are priced at around $45. That puts it roughly in line with other metal rings on the market, though slightly on the higher side. If you don't mind the finish and having the custom fit is important, the few extra dollars may be worth it. And if you want, you can dish out extra money for a polished custom ring. It's up to the end user to decide. In conclusion, I'd say that this is a solid execution of a thumb ring design with a deep history behind it. I haven't had any problems with CTR's fitting guide, and the new material options seem very sturdy. So, if Ottoman style rings are a concept that interests you, I say go for it.